Can we do that one again? Do you want the yellow one or the round one?
Hey everybody, welcome to Meet Firebase, where you get to meet the Googlers that make Firebase happen. My name is Doug Stevenson, I'm a developer advocate on the Firebase team, and with me today is Kato Richardson. Kato.
Hey Doug.
Thanks for being on the show.
Nice to see you.
Now, tell me, what do you do with the Firebase team?
Yeah, so I'm a similar role to yours, Doug. I work with developers, but I mostly work on support quality. So I train the support team, teach them how to use the product, teach them how to talk to customers, and just really try to make the incoming experience as great as possible. So basically, when the documentation in the product fails, I get to step in and make it a great experience for customers.
Okay, and so you would then, so if the product and the documentation do fail, what do you do to help correct that?
Yeah, so I don't actually have to do anything, which is the amazingly awesome part, right? So I train the support team and teach them how to interact with the development community and develop processes for them. And then when they need help with an issue, like an issue is particularly hard, they raise it to me and I get some engineers involved. And then I also streamline the process as much as possible by trying to find new ways to make it faster and easier. And then I take all the feedback we get from the community when we're working in support, and I go back to the engineers so we can make fixes to the product and fixes to the documentation to make sure we don't encounter those again.
Okay, so what you do is figure out what goes wrong, and then that becomes feedback so we can go and fix things that might have gone wrong. So.
Yep.
Okay, well that's very helpful because sometimes things do go wrong, and we do have a system in place. And Kato, sounds like you're sort of in charge of making sure that system goes smoothly.
Yeah.
Now you are also very involved with Firebase communities. Tell me about what is the Firebase community like? What can you expect?
The Firebase community is one of the most amazing things about Firebase to me. I really love just the way that our developers treat us and the way they think about Firebase. And the feedback we get from them is what really shapes Firebase as a product in my mind. I was originally, Doug, a Firebase user before I became a Firebase developer. I was building my own app on Firebase, but I was doing so much work for the Firebase community that they eventually said, like, why don't we just start paying you for that? And then I became a Firebaser. So I really understand the community, like what it's like to actually be a member using the software. And being a part of that community is one of the reasons that I love coming to work every day.
For everyone out there who might be interested in joining the community, what kind of channels do we have for people to interact with each other?
Yeah, so we have support, of course, which is email-based support that you can get to from our website, firebase.google.com. There's also a place under firebase.google.com where you can go to the support area. And we have a whole list of community channels there. We have a Slack channel where you can do live chat with our community, and some of the people like myself and some of our engineers hang out on that live chat as well.
And I'm on there sometimes.
I see you on there all the time in test labs, yeah.
Yep.
We also have Google Groups, which is our mailing list. And a lot of people come onto Google Groups and discuss things that you can't talk about on Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is great for coding questions and like getting specific help, but their criteria for what you can post there is really specific. So the group fills a niche where you just want to come on and say, like, hey, what's the best way to go about this? Okay. And we also have been participating in Quora a bit lately, and I know that I've seen some posts on there get answered as well. So Quora is another great place for, again, like sort of in-depth topics that don't really fit into the, like, how do I code this sort of question.
So yeah, if you have questions, be sure to check those out. We have a lot of Firebase staff that are waiting to answer your questions.
Yep, for sure. One
thing I also know you do, you practice martial arts, right?
Yeah, I've taken part in martial arts since I was a little kid. I started about the time I was 6. So pretty much all of my life I've been involved in.
Wow. So what kind of martial arts? Like, is this?
Yeah, I started in Kung Fu. And I did probably 20 years of Kung Fu. I'm actually a 13th degree black belt in Kung Fu.
Okay. I'm going to stay away from you then if there's conflict.
And lately I've been into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because my body's getting older and I need something that's less impact on my joints.
Okay.
And years ago I practiced with professional MMA fighters.
Oh, really?
I was never into the competitive fighting aspect of it. I was always into the chess match and the strategy and the deeper Eastern philosophies, the just Zen lifestyle and the positive impact it has on the way you speak and interact with other people, which is really my true love of martial arts, is the communications aspect of it. How you learn to speak to other people and communicate with people, and you learn that violence is not the answer to problems. You can really de-escalate situations and take a hard situation and have a hard conversation with somebody without being worried about the outcome.
I'm told you do magic tricks.
I do. There's no better way to get a kid's attention than with a few magic tricks or just some sort of a performance.
It is hard to get a child's attention
Yes,
sometimes.
yes.
Do you have any tricks to show us today? Wow me.
Well, do you know how to spot a magician who's walking down the road?
Spot a magician? The hat and the cape?
Oh no, not a wizard, not a wizard, a magician. So if you see a magician walking down the road, they'll be carrying one of these little purses.
Okay.
This is a little magician's purse. Now, I bet you're wondering what all the stuff in here is, because these things are huge and they're full of things, right?
Okay.
But in reality, if I open one up for you, you'll see that it's actually kind of empty. There's really nothing in it. But when a magician gets one out and opens it up, you'll find that he's got all kinds of useful toys in it.
Okay.
Like
I'll take that.
these little guys here.
All right.
And these are one of my favorite tricks because, which one would you like? Do you want the yellow one or the round one?
They both look kind of yellow and round to me.
Well, pick one for me. Help me out here.
Okay, I'll take the one in your right hand.
Okay, the round one? The round
Sure,
one
the round
it is then. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Hold your hand out for me, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one, I'm gonna put it in this hand. Okay, now we're gonna take yours and we're gonna put it in your hand like this, okay? Now
Okay.
close your hand up for me. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. Blow into your hand.
All right.
Okay, now, if you open it up, it should have changed colors for you, okay? So what you'll see is, go ahead and open your hand.
I have two.
Why do you, hold on a sec. Wait, how did you get my ball?
I don't know.
No, this is, oh, you're not supposed to have mine. What happened here? Doug, are you playing tricks on me? I think you're playing.
I don't think I have any tricks.
Let's try this again. Let's try this one more time,
All right,
okay?
sure.
Here's what I want you to do. We're gonna take this, I'm gonna put it in your hand. Now close up your hand for me. Okay, now turn your hand over. Okay, I want you to blow into your hand. Blow on top of your hand this time, like this. Okay, now I want you to open up your hand for me, and we should have gotten it to change color.
Oh my gosh.
What happened, Doug?
This is, oh, it's kind of crazy now.
Well, they did change colors, but where did you get these ones from?
I have no idea. I can only assume it's part of the trick.
Wow. All right. Well, good job, Doug.
Well, thank you.
That was well done. That was better than most of the kids do. They don't usually have that much of a success.
Well, I
at
followed
it.
instructions.
That does help, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah,
Do you
for sure.
have any other tricks? I thought I saw you walk in with a deck of cards.
I do have a deck of cards.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool deck. We'd probably have to get up to do some tricks with that.
Okay. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, show me what you got.
Actually got this wonderful deck of cards. It's Firebase themed. You know, pretty much everything in my home now is Firebase themed.
Oh, really?
I don't have any clothing anymore that's not Firebase. In fact, it's gotten so bad at my house that now some of my kids are wearing Firebase
Okay,
clothes.
so they have the fever.
Yeah, we even have a Firebase onesie. So check out this cool deck of cards.
Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, very
Flaming
Firebase
cards,
themed.
all right.
All right, so what I want to do is, this is called the ambitious card, where it rises to the top repeatedly. So I want to try this out with you. Would you mind picking a card for me from the deck here, something close to the center?
Choose this one. We have Ace of Hearts.
Oh, the Ace of Hearts. In fact, would you hold these for me for a sec?
All right.
I'm gonna take this off,
All
get
right.
these sleeves out of the way.
Gotta get nimble. You can't be weighed down by that jacket.
What I want to do is I want to take it and I'm going to put a little bend in your card here, okay? So we can tell apart from the other ones in the deck. So I'm going to take it like this and I'm just going to bend it over.
Sure.
Okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it right into the center of the deck. Ugh. Can you see your card right here? Here, let me get the bend a little
Yeah, I
better.
see the bend. Okay.
Yep, so you got your bend right there. That's your card in the middle. Okay, so you know it's in there. Okay, now I'm stuffing it down to the middle of the deck. Now what I want you to do is snap your fingers for me 3 times.
Okay, 3 snaps.
Did you see it pop up
I
there?
see a little pop there. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you flip that guy over and see what you got?
All right. Oh, it's
Right
the Ace
out of the
Hearts.
center.
Right out of, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so that's called the ambitious card routine.
Well, great trick, Kato.
Oh,
and
thank
thanks
you.
for being on the show.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you for tuning in to Meet Firebase. Be sure to subscribe right here to the Firebase channel on YouTube to get more video content with people like Kato and some of my other colleagues. Also, there's Ask Firebase and video tutorials. So I'll see you here next time.
We were both looking at the same